W3 schools, just go to the Google and you type W3 schools and just type enter, and you find the W3 schools website. In the W3 schools, and the first menu, there's something called tutorials, and you click on the tutorials. Under the programming, it's called Learn Python, which is the tutorial we are going to follow in our whole class. And I know some of you like to learn ahead, so I would suggest you to go through all of them if you have time. And it's not that hard, and you just like playing some game. If you like computer game, is exactly like playing the computer game, and you follow this tutorial and spend like 1 or 2 days, you can finish half. And once you finish half, you come back to the class and you might just think, oh, that's easier. So you can just go to this website called w3schools.com and you look for Python in the tutorials, and you click on the Python tutorials, you will come over here. So a string, which is wrapped with the single quote or the double quote. Okay, so we call it string. So always thinking, if you want a string, you have to wrap it with a single quote, or you can wrap it with double quote. Okay, and we also learn numbers. We have the numbers, and we have 1, 2. We do the multiple, and we do the plus and subtract, and all these things, and just exactly what you learn in the school, right? And this one thing is called float. So what is float mean? It basically is like you have something like the decimal, like 1.5 or 0.5 or 3.51415 or something like this, and we call float. And there are more one more type called compressed, and I'm not going to cover that because some of you haven't learned this in math. But what I want you to know is there's integer is just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and they don't have a decimal, and we call integer. And you also have float, and we also learn string. And with the string, you can print, and you can also do multiple the string and let it duplicate all the way down. So you have different multiple here. Okay, and that is called data type in Python. But today we are going to learn a little bit more. It's called variable. So probably you have heard about variable, right? For example, what is variable mean? What is variable means? And you can think about variable is like a box, and whatever thing you can put into the box. Okay, so let me go to the image, and I may just show you a shoebox. So it's like a box. Okay, so you can put things into the box, and your box should have a name, like a name for this box. So for example, like in your school, and everyone have different box in their classroom, and they put a name tag on top of the box. So that is the name of your box. And you can think about the variable is a box. So let's just do something here, and you remove everything from the white box, this area, and you just delete all of them. And now we are going to have a box for red box. Okay, red box. In the red box, we put something called apple. Okay, and now I have a red box, and I'm going to put orange in the bread box. So I also put have a white box. Now I have a banana in the white box. So in here, the red box, you see I have something between here. It's not a space. It's not a space. I have to connect them with the underscore. So my red box is we call this one is a variable. So you have a red box, and you put a string. This string has the sentence called apple, and you also have bread box and white box. In the bread box, I put the orange into the bread box, and I also put the banana into the white box. And now what I want you to do, you just do the print. Okay, so in the print, I want you to just have the first variable red box, and now you have the bread box to show the bread box, and now you show the white box, and they have to separate them with commas. So you have red box, bread box, white box. Once I click run, and it will show you apple, orange, and banana. Right? I think my one is it's over here. But let me just refresh because I have too many stuff on the bread box. So every time I want to refresh, you might have to copy the code. So you select all of them, and then you right click and you do copy and copy, and you go to the refresh key and you click refresh, and it will show you reload, and you just click reload. Now I will create everything in here, and now I just do right click, and also you can Control V, and then I will get all my stuff back. Now I can run it, so you can see I have something output called apple, orange, and banana. So that's what I want to show you is like this variable, like the red box, they carry inside the red box. There's something, I have a string called apple, and it will show apple in here. And you have orange, and then in the bread box, so it show orange. And you also have banana, it will show the value called banana in the white box. And that's how we use variable to carry the value of the value inside the variable. So think about the variable is like a box or a pocket or a bag or whatever you can carry things, but you have to name it. When you name it, you shouldn't inside the name you shouldn't have a space. So like here I use underscore, and you say red underscore box equal to apple. So I will put the apple into my red box. All right, so what I want you to do, just finish this code. separate by commas. So definitely you can just print them for each. Like for example, you can do print red box, you can print red box, okay, but they are just output in one line, and I'm gonna show you. Just you don't have to do that. I just want to explain it to, and if I click run, and it will just show apple, orange, and banana in a single line. But if you put a commas here, obviously they will put it in one line. All right, so there's no big deal. You can put it in multiple line or one line. And if you know how to do the format like last week, and you can put it into one sentence. What am I going to do is just like show you one more trick, and you can do red box. Now you press red box, and press white box, and what will happen? Let's see. If I use a press to join them, to join the string, we call the string for this sentence. If I click it, and it will show me apple, orange, banana, and obviously there's no space between them. So if you want to have the space between them, how are you going to fix that? If you know it, please let me know. So I want a space between them when I join red box, black box, and white box together, but it seems like there's a missing space between them. So I want a missing add a space here. How are you going to do that when you do this line 5 to print these 3 boxes together? And how are you going to do that to separate them with the space just exactly like what you did here? Okay, so my solution is like, it's easy. I just do add more plus here, so I do a space in here between them, and I also going to add one more space between them, but you have to use a plus to join a space. And now I got red box plus space plus black box plus space plus white box. And now I'm gonna click run and see what happened. And now I have fixed the problem, like apple, orange, and banana. So what I want you to do, you will do exactly what I did here. You have a space and show up, have apple, orange, banana, and we are going to show these 3 values from carry from the variable called red box, black box, and white box. Okay, I think most of you guys understand the variable right now. So you said, oh, I have a red box and I have a variable, like for example apple, and I can assign a value to the red box, which looks like I put something into a box. So we use a single equal, we call assign the value from the right hand side. This right hand side is a string, and put it into a variable, and we call red box. Okay, so what is variable means? Let's just go back to the tutorial, and I'm gonna show you what is variable means. So in here is saying variables are container for storing data values. So it's just like a box, and you put anything into the box, and it can carry a number like number 5, and it can carry a string like John or apple or banana, or a sentence like I eat banana, like I eat banana, something like this, and it just carry inside the box. So if I run it, it will show you apple, orange, I eat banana, because it just like the this string, put it inside to the white box variable, and that's why it always show up in the white box. And before we end this class, I want you to do one thing. Every time when we type in a email address, you are going to do like my email address, like my email address George at dataera or gmail.com, something like this, right? So what I want you to do is you are going to define a program. Like for example, you have the at gmail.com here. So let's use a variable to carry this at gmail.com. So it's called mail. So it's a variable called mail, and you are assign gmail.com here. And now your program should have something to input, like your email name, like just e-name, okay? Email name equal to, you have the input function. Like last week we learned input, okay? We have input here, so you have mail and input in here. So what I want you to do is like you are going to print the your email. Like for example, if my input is George, you should show George at gmail.com. So I am going to just do this way. My email name plus mail, and it will show me this. And now I'm going to type George, and I put press the enter key. It will show me George at gmail.com. And of course, if you want every time your user have some information, and you should put another string in the input function. You said please type your username. And now your program should be looks like this, and it will be please type your username George, and now enter. It will show your email. So that's what I want you to do for your homework. And if you finish this program, please email me to help@dataera.ca.